Hi, this is a video to show you how to use the print options. Okay, first of all, whatever shapes you're using, if you choose a lot of photo detail, there's going to be many more shapes, or if you use less photo details here in the pixel editor, there'll be less. And the size of your finished quilt is determined by how many pixels or how much photo detail you selected, as well is the size of each one of those pieces. So you see here, if it says 0.6, which is a little bit bigger than a half an inch, it gets 16 pages, and the finished size of this selected image that we're working on behind this print page setup is the fabric, the design at 31.20 inches by 39. So if I make it 0.7, see, this jumps in page size or number of pages, as well is the print size. But the same thing happens, or the opposite happens, when I make those unit sizes smaller. So that is how you control the size to make your quilt the exact size that you want. You can make the page go portrait, which is the short, the way you see it here on the page, or to print the pages the other way, which is called landscape, with it short on the sides and then long across the top. So it's the exact opposite. So if you want to, if you want your pages, or if it prints better that way, then select landscape or portrait depending on your preferences. By default, it'll do rows first and columns second, but you can also choose it the other way if you like. Pay close attention to what those rows and columns are. Let me show you where it shows up. I'm going to print preview. And it shows rows and columns, and that's rows and columns, how you tape those pattern sheets together. So pay attention to the rows and columns so you know how to tape your pattern together, or how to sew your fabric sheets together to get the image in the right order. Pay attention, or it might look like a mixed up Rubik's Cube. Alright, so it says you can choose if you want to print all the sheets, or say you had a paper jam in the middle of printing and you didn't get some of the pages, you can go back and say print, page 8 to 9, and it'll just reprint the page that you did not get on the first try. You can also print more than one copy of it, and you select your paper size as well as the printer you'll be using, as well as the size of the paper or fabric sheet that you have selected. The print pattern cell is for printing your fabric into the fabric cells so that you don't have to sew them. I'm doing the print preview to show you that again, what that means, and I love this so much. You see that those squares are filled in with that fabric. This fabric collection, which is the free one that I have on this page for you as a free gift, it's another fabric collection of a beautiful vintage fabric going from light to dark, and you see it's a continuous pattern, just the colors change slightly from light to dark so you can create the image. It's awesome, and I hope you use it. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you print out your quilts just like that. And when you want to conserve paper, what that means is, you see all of the over here, all of these squares are the pixels. But if you want all the squares to end at the edge of the paper, then you would not click conserve paper. You want the complete squares and no half squares. But if you want to use the most paper possible, when you're not concerning where these shapes end, then you would click conserve paper. It will take a few more sheets, but it's higher quality. It's a higher quality print, and in all of these squares, when you sew the fabric sheets together, will end up, the seam will be on the edge of those shapes. So that's about all I have for printing. It works the same in all my quilted photo softwares. So I hope you understand and enjoy that. Thanks.